Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library. This week we are looking at a site called Be Funky, and Be Funky does image editing. I'm going to show you what is available for free, and like so many sites, there's more available if you were to subscribe. But when you just want to do some basic image editing, this site can work just fine. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring across here and show you when I go to Be Funky, which is simply www.befunky.com. What you are going to see is this screen where you can sign in. When you go to across the top here, what you have is you have Create, where you can actually do some photo editing. You can create collages, and you can do some graphic design. So you can create like an invitation for a birthday or such. And then there's always the Learn button that provides some detailed videos explaining how things work. And then you can always go to support if you have questions and issues. But as you scroll down, before I get started here and log in, I wanted you to see on this page, here's just a simple video that talks about Be Funky and what it is. But I wanted you to see some of the most popular features that are available: crop and resize, turning photos into art, retouching. Like I said, the big thing is to keep in mind, and I will show you what is available for free and what would require you to have the subscription. The other thing that I wanted to make note of is that there is an app that you can download onto other devices. So it doesn't have to be used just on a computer. You can download the app and place this on other devices that you might have. And then it just goes through and it gives you a little bit more detail about photo editor, about the collage maker, as well as the graphic design. So that's what you're going to see when you actually go to the login screen. So I'm going to pull this back across, and I am currently logged in to my account with Be Funky. And since I have been into the program before, you are going to see a little bit different screen here. But what I've got here is I've got my dashboard, which brings up the get started, the frequently used. So these are things that I have looked at in the past. And then it just goes through some of what they view as their favorite tools. But first thing I wanted to do is that here are the 3 different options you have. So if I go to photo editor, you can see here I was in, and I purposely had done this, I was in using and looked at the picture of the library. So I can start new or I can continue editing. So if I simply go to continue editing, this screen is going to pop up and I have my picture. And then what I want you to see over here, these now, of course, just like everything, we have all of these AI tools available. And then we have the blue, aqua, greenish colored dot here. Those are things that you would have to pay for. These that do not have that are what you can use for free. So if I simply go here on the crop, you'll see that I have this option then that I can crop my image. And then all I would simply do is I'm going to go to save, and I have the option to save to my computer, to Be Funky itself, or to my Google Drives or photos. And I even have more options where it has the Facebook and any of the other social media type sites there. So if I were to go to save as project, then what this is giving me is the option here again to go to my computer, or I can say to go to Be Funky, and I can actually have save a folder. And notice I already had created a folder. So if I click on here and say save, I already have a project in there. So it wants to know, do I want to overwrite? And say, yeah, let's go ahead, let's overwrite that project, overwrite that. So now I have it actually saved within the program Be Funky. So that is the photo editing. Again, you have the resize, you have the rotate, so you can change things around. The normal tools that you would see, and I can color and I can sharpen. Those are the things, the exposure as well. Those are the things that I could do for free. So I'm going to go back here to my photo editor, and this time I'm going to go to Collage Maker. Collage Maker, again, I had one that I was already working on. I'm going to say Start New this time. And then what you're going to see here is you have what they refer to as their stock images, or I could grab images off of my computer if I chose to. If I were to say off of my computer, here's what's going to happen. I have images, and let's just say that let's just grab all of these images. And now I have all of these images that have come into my program, and so I can simply add it over here, drag it in, I can place these in, and now I am making my collage. So the same concept here is I can go to save, and I can save to my computer, I can save to Be Funky, wherever that I would choose to save this project. Same concept. Again, this is the collage that came up, and then I do have other options in terms of my appearance of my collages. But this is the clear, and this is to have my collages made. Or I can simply just trash my collage. And then let's go back. Again, we always go back up here to the corner, into the left-hand side, and I'm going to change over to Graphic Designer. In Graphic Designer, again, I was in here, I had done one of the, what they refer to as their stock. I'm going to say Start New, and then I'm going to have all of these different options that pop up. Again, let's look, we've got this green dot. That means it is something I would have to pay for. However, I could go into any of these others, and so let's just simply say I'm going to click on this with Sunday brunch and just use this template. So at this point then I have this template, and I can go in here and I could change any of this. So just because it's Sunday brunch, I could change this to whatever whatever I might want that to be. I can go in here, and if I click here on background, that's changing. I have my outline. I have all of these different options here that I can work with and save, and create what I might want to use as an invitation or a birthday card, whatever you want to make and create with your graphic design. I'm going to go back one more time here, and again, I have my photos in here. I have my projects. So when I click here on projects, I want you to see how these are different projects. Again, I had made a folder, saved it into my projects, so it's actually saved physically within the program of Be Funky. So if I was using this on a computer, maybe had it on another, I had the app on another device, I would be able to use and work with these images again from whatever device I might be on. I'm going to go back one more time here, and again, we always have the user guides, which can come in very helpful and handy, as well as we have all of these other what's new and learn and Be Funky, which are great places to start and get a better grasp and understanding of what actually is available with Be Funky. So I hope that you can find maybe some use with this program, and maybe enjoy some time of creating and working with your images this week. Hope everyone has a fantastic week, and we will see you next week.